On Wednesday, July 1st, some changes are coming on the recycling scene that Vermonters will want to be aware of. First, food scraps are no longer going to be permitted in the general trash and rubbish that folks hand off to trash haulers. Those will now need to be separated and disposed of by themselves, perhaps in a tote container at your area's transfer station. Secondly, after a long push by advocates, one-use plastic shopping bags will no longer be allowed for distribution to a store's customers. The time to bring your own reusable bag to the grocery store has arrived. These changes have long been in the works, and there are options available, like composting food scraps if you have the space for a composting bin. It's ridiculously easy to do, but we'll explore that in more depth in another program. Right now, to help us understand the food scraps and plastic bag portion, we turn to Michael Batcher, the Solid Waste Program Manager for the Bennington County Regional Commission, to help us understand what will be different come July 1st.
Okay, well, there's two basic changes. One is that food scraps will be banned from being put in the trash. In other words, they'll be banned from landfill, from everyone, okay? And the second one is single-use plastics will no longer be used or be used in stores. Now, there's a bunch of caveats to both of these. So let me go with the food scraps. The food scrap ban, this really goes back to the universal recycling law that was passed in 2012. So this has been going on for a while, and it's been in stages where large generators like hospitals were supposed to divert back in 2015, and then it gradually got smaller and smaller. So it hit restaurants and then schools and then smaller commercial places. And during all this time, the Bennington County Solid Waste Alliance has been offering education and outreach on these to the affected institutions and organizations and businesses, and so is Vermont A&R. So there's been a lot of information out there. Now it's going to hit residents. So this will be they will not be able to put their food in the trash. They have to find ways of diverting it, which is somewhat complicated by the fact that during all of this time, the haulers no longer have to provide curbside pickup of organics. So that makes it a little tricky for the average homeowner who's used to putting the stuff at the end of the driveway. They can put it at the end of the driveway, but the hauler doesn't have to pick it up. So we're encouraging people that now, of course, people can talk to their hauler and see if they'll work out an arrangement. It doesn't mean that they won't offer it, just that they're not required by law. They can compost in the backyard, and we have been selling compost bins. They can bring it to the transfer stations, all the transfer stations in the county except food waste. So you can bring your container and dump it in a tote that's on the transfer station property. Probably a key thing to do is, and the whole point of this is just to waste less. Just be careful what you buy. You know, if you buy 14 peaches and 6 of them go bad, well, maybe you shouldn't have bought so many. So trying to be careful about what you buy. Donating food to food groups. So if there's something that can be donated, if you have a neighbor who's composting or a farmer who accepts food scraps or a community garden, there are places like that. Now the plastics ban also goes into effect July 1st, and basically what that means is that stores, supermarkets can't offer plastic bags, for one thing. They can't offer straws for your milkshake or plastic stirrers, and they won't be able to use styrofoam. So no more styrofoam coffee cups. And that's because plastic is just building up in the stream so much. And that stuff, many of those things are very difficult to recycle. Plastic bags, for instance, are very difficult to recycle. They can be, but they're difficult. And so it will be bring your own bag time to the supermarket. And instead of getting all those plastic bags that they use now.
One question many might ask is, who's going to know if I place some food scraps in my garbage? Well, the sanitation police won't be poking around inside your trash in all likelihood, but it's now the law, and trash haulers don't have to take it away. You can find more information about all of this at the Regional Commission's website, which can be found at bcrcvt.org. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.